Welcome to another edition of In Between the Zone, ladies and gentlemen. I am Andre, alongside my brother, Cravante.
Hold up. Wait a minute. That's it? You're who?
I'm just Dre.
Oh, stop. Who is this guy? You different. That's what you doing. We doing this again?
On Instagram, you can follow me. I am the Black American Dream. Cravante, introduce yourself and your social media platforms.
What? Anyway, Crevante Hurt, CREVONTEHURDE. Facebook, Twitter, Crevante _ Heard at Instagram. Like, this is weird. What are you doing?
Don't be weirded out, my good brother.
Oh my gosh, this is weird.
Go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Put in the Flex On Podcast.
The first one?
Yes, that is us. Instagram, Twitter at the Flex On One, and then if you have any questions, ideas, or possibly want to be a guest, send an email to theflexon1@gmail.com. You look so confused.
I'm just here.
All right. Well, we want y'all to chime in as always. Question of the day is: for guaranteed contracts, who deserves a payday next?
Well, a lot of people have been getting broke, like week by week. More folks are getting paid.
My man, Aaron
Donald
got
Aaron Rodgers got the Aaron's getting broke on something crazy. I think Tom Brady will probably do the next, big crazy guaranteed contract.
We know that.
We know that it's probably not happening because of the franchise he plays for,
the Patriot way and everything. But yes, I
think he definitely deserves the most because
above anybody.
talk about doing the most with less. We don't know none of his receivers' names on a weekly basis, let alone throughout the year. Like on a weekly basis, we really don't know these guys, and he make these guys he makes their name.
Well, of course, outside of Gronk, but.
Outside of Gronk, well, shoot, that's the first big, and the other tight end that we don't really talk about much. they had names well beforehand, but as far as his receivers, did we really know about Wes Welker before?
That's what's so funny about when you bringing that up. That's almost like a trivia question. Outside of Randy Moss, can you really name another Tom Brady receiver? Because then you start I've heard people go as far back as Deion Branch, and you're like, wow,
and this guy he had a Super Bowl MVP. Yeah, I think that's amazing. But yeah, I think Tom Brady is the next guy that deserves a big guaranteed contract. Probably won't get it though.
You know who I'm gonna roll with?
Oh boy, here we go.
And this pains me to do as a Ravens fan. Le'Veon Bell.
Whew.
Le'Veon Bell.
I wasn't sure where you was going with that one, man.
I'll admit, brother, you deserve a huge payday. It probably won't happen by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It won't.
But to me, a running back who, when I think about Le'Veon Bell, I'm not thinking about a up and down the field type of runner. Sure. I'm not thinking about just north to south. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about this guy is north, south, east, west, where he can catch, he can run. He brings so many dynamics to the game of football. He's very dynamic in the aspect of a Marshall Faulk. That to me, you have to pay Le'Veon Bell. I feel like the Pittsburgh Steelers, in order for them to really move about, they need all parts moving on that engine. And if they don't win a Super Bowl with those three, I think it is the biggest crime in Steelers history for the fact of you not winning a Super Bowl when you have three of the top people in their respective positions.
Three top 5 players in their respective positions.
and you didn't win a damn thing. That to me would be
that window. You know that window is tight.
And, well, shoot, that window is like
because we seen franchises like the Seattle Seahawks window open then close. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's like
but at least they got one.
They went to 2. Yeah, absolutely. But the Steelers, it's tough. They can never get everybody on one accord. Like I don't know, either somebody's injured or somebody's holding out, or they're not all on the field at the same time. Briefly, but not on a consistent basis.
Right. So, in the same aspect, I do have to play devil's advocate a little bit. I do understand the Steelers for not wanting to pay Le'Veon Bell, being that running backs really don't last that long in the NFL. But then, if I'm a Le'Veon Bell and I'm looking at somebody like a Todd Gurley, who got a massive well-deserved extension.
Crazy. I want that.
I mean, and to me, I talk about Le'Veon Bell, but when I think about 2019 and some people who are going to be free agents, one of the names that I got to talk about, Ezekiel Elliott. You know, Ezekiel Elliott, I don't think that he becomes a free agent. I think that
come on now, that would be crazy.
The Cowboys are definitely going to give him an extension.
Crazy, Cowboys would be crazy, insane, goofy. Which is actually right up their alley, but you know, I don't think they're going to be that goofy to let Zeke walk, especially when they're not. Because look at the roster, they're not paying anybody.
Yeah.
They're not paying anybody. So I mean, why not give money to Zeke?
But
one top five running backs in the league. But Le'Veon Bell, I think Le'Veon Bell is the best.
Yeah.
Because he does everything well. First of all, the most patient running back we have in NFL right now. Catches the ball well and runs north and south well. I mean, he's very, very consistent. Even when he holds out, give him about 3 weeks to get himself together, and he's in regular season form. It doesn't take him long to bounce back at all, which I think will kind of hurt him now. But next year, when because obviously the Steelers not gonna pay him, and I don't think the Steelers won't pay him because they're being petty. I think the Steelers can't pay him because of Antonio Brown, and then Big Ben is still there. So it's like we can't pay all 3 of y'all top dollar because he's gonna. You see what Todd Gurley just got?
And then also,
Le'Veon Bell's gonna break the bank.
Then also on top of that, I mean, you still got to show up that defense. So yeah, I mean, you're right. It may just be a situation where they would love to pay him, but they just honestly
they just can't. But the Steelers aren't paid like that. They're not that type of organization with it.
It's sad because those type of things happen with the salary cap. So you brought up the Cowboys earlier. You better do something because you got to pay at the same time as you pay Zeke. You have to pay Dak. So they better.
Yeah, I paid Dak what?
So are they magically going to get another quarterback? You know that's the hardest position in the NFL to find. To strike.
Now we're talking about guaranteed money. Who deserves the next big payday? You think Dak is going to be one of those players? Absolutely not. Stop playing. No, absolutely not.
No.
Don't do it.
Okay, you're right. You're right. No, I'm not saying that necessarily. I would. You're kind of forced to pay him. It's like one of those situations, like
you will pay him, but you will not pay him like fill in the blank for any of these top players that just got.
So you're going to pay your running back more than you're going to pay your quarterback.
Absolutely. In this case, absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, you comment. Let us know with guaranteed contracts, who deserves the next big payday. I mean, I'm gonna go down a list of some people.
What we got?
You let me know. Teddy Bridgewater.
No.
Tyrod Taylor.
No.
Marshawn Lynch.
No.
Mark Ingram.
Not top. Not you. That I think that's the best one so far. Not top dollar. He's coming off of suspension, so we're gonna see how he looks coming into this season. But top dollar, I don't know because Drew Brees is still on that team.
Not top dollar, but he deserves something because they're a two-headed monster. And
absolutely, I agree.
You're not stopping it. Plus Drew Brees.
But for that same reason, what's his name? Kamara. Can't think of his name to save my life. The boy's bad.
No, he's bad. But again, same thing with the Cowboys. You're lucky to keep him at that rookie deal for now.
But that's why they won't. That's why he won't get paid.
I say it like I say, a little something.
I don't think so. Because as soon as Alvin, as soon as Alvin comes up, it's gonna be like, thanks for your services. Because you know running backs get treated the worst when it comes to that. Two-headed monsters probably the worst thing that could have happened to the running back position. Good for the organization, bad for running backs.
Sometimes you have a three-headed running.
Facts. So it's like, oh yeah, none of y'all got the stats to prove it because we had a 2 or 3-headed monster. So all y'all stats are spread it out. Ain't nobody gonna get paid.
LeGarrette Blount.
No.
Clay Matthews.
I know more.
Rockbo.
Brian Rockbo? Nah. His best days were actually, believe it or not, his best days probably in DC. And Clay Matthews just getting up there in age.
Speaking of somebody in age, Larry Fitzgerald.
He needs to get out of Arizona.
He just needs to retire at this point.
Nah, man. No, listen. If you still got something left in the tank, we talked about this previously about Colin Kaepernick. You got something left in the tank, you gonna keep playing. This is a sport you love. You gonna keep playing. He gonna play until. I hope he's healthy. That's the biggest thing. I hope he's healthy when he walks away. But ain't no more big contracts in his future.
Randall Cobb.
Nope.
Tavon Austin.
Oh gosh, I'm so much promise. So much promise coming out of Baltimore and West Virginia. He's on the Cowboys now. Trash.
He may be the best receiver.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like, yo, he's not great. Like, he's average, and he goes into a Cowboys team, and he's the best.
I don't know about average.
He's average.
Tavon Austin.
He's average.
I say he's above average.
He's average.
Above average.
He's average as a wide receiver or as a returner.
He was pretty good for the Rams.
He's average.
Man, you tripping?
He's average. He's above average returner.
Golden.
I get that.
Above average. Golden Tate.
Off the break, no, but he probably if he stays consistent with what's that guy? That guy in Detroit?
Oh,
that quarterback I don't care about. The one who goes under the radar and never gets. I really don't like Matthew Stafford because I feel like out of all the #1 picks, he flows under the radar and doesn't really. He's underachieving, but yet he's still getting paid.
Nah, I agree. Jadeveon Clowney.
Yes, you got one. You got one. You got me.
Do a Dion. Pay the man.
You got me. Pay that brother.
All right.
Please pay him.
Again, we talked about. Look,
pay that man.
Right now, you've got Deshaun Watson under a rookie contract.
Yep.
But think about some of the other people you've got. DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, he's gonna demand. He's gonna demand some money.
You've got J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
So there's only going. And we talked about the Steelers with paying 2 people going on to 3. Look, I don't know, Jadeveon.
I mean, I don't know what J.J. Watt is in his contract because really, honestly, outside of that, who else are you paying? Because Deshaun Watson just got there. And J.J. Watt is the really only person that's making big buku money over there. You can pay Jadeveon Clowney.
Terrell Suggs?
Nah, he's a wrap. Animal contract. Ugh, you better not say his last one. I'm about to throw it all away. Throw it all away. Throw it away. Don't you say that last person. Do not say that last person. Dre, listen, I swear, don't say the last person, please. Y'all don't want to know the name he put on that paper. I'm glad I glanced at it. Do not say that person's name. Please don't.
Ladies and gentlemen.
No. We're not doing this.
Comment. Let us know who you think deserves a payday for the next guaranteed contract. This is In Between the Zone, y'all.
Can't believe you.
We'll be back.
Hey guys, this is Crevante Hurd here. I am the senior producer and co-founder of The Flex Zone. Follow me, Crevante Hurd, at CREVONTEHURDE, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Crevante_Hurd. I am the voice of reason on the show. I point out all goofiness when I see it, and trust me, there is a lot of it. Check us out.
Ain't that right? Come on, man.
Get out of here. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. The goofiness. There it goes.
And we're back, y'all. This is In Between the Zone. I am Andre, next to
Crevante.
Black American Dream on IG. Tell the people.
I thought you were going to try to spell it. Crevante Hurd. That's all y'all get. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Of course, we got to take care of home. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, put in the Flex Zone Podcast.
The first one.
Instagram, Twitter at the Flex Zone 1, Facebook, like the page, the Flex Zone, and if you have any questions, ideas, or possibly want to be a guest, send an email to theflexzone1@gmail.com. We want to conclude the show by asking you guys, should athletes help other athletes in the recovery process? This article was brought up because, well, this question was brought up rather because there was an article that said Kobe Bryant had helped Richard Sherman in his recovery from an Achilles injury. He said that one of the quotes from Richard Sherman was, "So he gave me some pointers and things I needed to do early on in the process to make sure that I expedited the healing process and was more proactive than reactive." I think that was one of the big things.
So, okay, so what's the question?
Should athletes be instrumental in helping other athletes in the recovery process?
Well, I mean, they at the end of all athletes' career, they say that they were it's a brotherhood. I think they should do that. They shouldn't just say those things or I don't think they should say those things at the end of their career. I think they should actually take the action during the career, help your fellow brother, even though they were in different leagues. I think athletes as a whole, being in that realm, no matter what the league is on the professional level, y'all should all want to stick together, because I think it's better for athletes, to give tips and things like that to help the recovery process, because it's better for that. It's better for the product for on the field or on the court, especially whatever caliber player that they were.
This is one thing I love. This one quote. It said, this is what Kobe Bryant said: "When I first called to check on him, are you all right? I want to make sure you are not being a baby about it."
Yeah.
Like, it's typical Kobe, man.
Yeah.
But what you said is it really is. It factors in. I mean, an Achilles injury, back when we were growing up, it was the ACL was like the end all be all, and now it's the Achilles. But I mean, you see, Kobe was able to come back. Richard Sherman, he's right now.
We'll see what level he is when he comes back. But he's recovering well. He's practicing and all that.
But I mean, look, and you guys chime in, comment, let us know what you guys think about the question: should athletes be instrumental in helping other athletes in the recovery process? I'll go down some names and see if they could have used some help or they could have been learned from.
That'd be goofy. There we go.
Adrian Peterson.
That's
the ACL. I mean, that was he won an MVP off of that. That comeback.
So so the question is, in this instance, could he use more help?
Could somebody have could somebody have learned from AP?
Absolutely. That recovery time was amazing, unheard of. Like, it was like less than a year. He was ready before the full year. Mm-hmm. He was ready to come back. Like, that's unheard of, especially for the ACL. Usually the ACL is like 9 months to 10 months, a year, and then you're ready to start practicing and doing other things like that, and actually ready to get back on the field. He had record timing. I think he can help anybody tears ACL. You might want to call up AP to see what he did and how he trained and how he rehabbed to get back so fast.
Carson Wentz.
Yet to be seen. Yet to be determined. He's still recovering. He will not be ready come week 1, but we will see how he progresses when he actually does come back.
RG3. Your boy.
He has a lot. And it is more than just the injury. I'm thinking Lamar Jackson should be taking up. He should be soaking all this in right now, because he has more to talk about than just, the injury. They called him RG Me for a reason. I mean, y'all had a bunch of funny nicknames for him, but RG Me I think was one of the biggest ones because he was an individual amongst a team, and the worst person you can have be an individual is the quarterback of your team, because if he is, the team is gonna go it's only gonna go south from there. So I think, along with his injury and his mindset just as a rookie, I think he had success. He experienced success too fast. So I think he can give all that to Lamar Jackson and anybody else that had looked up to him, over the years.
Aaron Rodgers.
That's a tough one. Yet to be determined. We'll see what happens when he comes back. I'm sure he's great, but yet to be determined. I think the biggest thing when it comes to the injuries is how they performed afterwards. Carson Wentz and Aaron Rodgers, we're gonna hold off.
I know he's retired now, but when I think about the type of injury that Aaron Rodgers had, I think about Tony Romo. And Tony Romo had the same type of injury. Romo came back and then got re-hurt again. Aaron Rodgers was at least able to come back. He didn't re-hurt himself, but you could tell it was some rust.
It's definitely still it's some curse. It's some curse he has to get over. He has to get back into football shape, and that comes the bumps and bruises of it.
Andrew Luck.
Whew. You had to be determined again. I'm hoping for the best. I'm wishing him the best because that organization doesn't treat him well. Doesn't treat him well at all. But he always finds a way to succeed. So I hope he comes back full force.
Derrick Rose.
Man, Derrick Rose could talk to a bunch of people, man. Because I've never seen anybody go through so much in such a short span of time. Being a league MVP and just injury after injury, he come back, he get hurt again, come back, get hurt again. He can pass a lot of mental things onto younger players about mentally preparing stuff, mentally rehabbing, not even just physically, just mentally rehabbing, going through the process, thinking positively. Because I thought his career was over a long time ago. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And the sad part with Derrick Rose is that he may be the first player to ever win the MVP and may not be a Hall of Famer.
Man, that hurts. Because he definitely had the talent.
Because he was like the youngest person to ever win MVP. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And for that to just happen.
Keep happening.
Because you remember that Bulls team, man.
That Bulls team was up. That Bulls team was rivaling, the Miami Heat. Mm-hmm. It's tough, but I think obviously in all injuries we have to deal with the mental aspect of things, not just the physical. But I think Derrick Rose and Adrian Peterson will help somebody a great deal if they're willing to talk.
Kyrie Irving.
I don't know. I think he's still young enough that he can bounce back. I don't know if
them knees though. Look, you had D a few weeks ago talk about T-back. Look,
you chill on the Hall of Famer. You chill on the Hall of Famer.
You come to me
y'all chill. He has to chill on the Hall of Famer. Tracy McGrady, T-Mac. T-back. Disrespectful.
Look, D with the nicknames of Pay and
that's rude too.
He calls RG3 Whoopi. LeBron, the guy from Akron. So,
and they're both on his team. That's what he gets. Goofy.
That is true.
Goofy. Both of them. Goofy. Who else we got?
That's it.
That's it. Okay. I'm just saying. But I think if I think they obviously have their team doctors and their their rehab specialists and things like that. But I think
one last one, Kawhi Leonard. You talk about rehabbing and.
Once again, you have to be determined. He hasn't played. It seems like he ain't played in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? We gotta see.
It's funny because Andrew Luck was the one who hasn't played in 2 years.
And you want to talk about somebody who's had one of the youngest MVPs? He was I think the youngest to ever win a Finals MVP. Like, will he ever go back to being the same two-way player that we remember him? And But you know, I don't think he gonna talk to anybody because he's not much of a talker. So I don't think you would get much out of Kawhi Leonard. But I think outside of the regular rehabilitation specialist, the medical team, I think learning from a peer can help a long way in the process.
I mean, we'll see. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen out there, comment, let us know what you think. This is, of course, In Between the Zone. I am Andre, joined by my good brother,
Crevante Hurd.
Make sure you go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, the Flag Zone Podcast.
It's the first one.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Like our Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter at the Flag Zone 1. And if you have any questions, ideas, or possibly want to be a guest, send an email to theflagzone1@gmail.com. And as always, my boy Byron, he would say, we gone.
Peace.